What up, fish people? Kenny E with DaniKen.Aquatics. Well, guys, I wanted to give you a run through of some of my plecos today. So we're going to do most of the ones that are our breeding colonies, and then some others that we have almost to breeding. Starting with this one here. This is our L236 super white colony. And they're doing quite well. Now, we've been talking to you guys about Danny's new caves. I wanted to show you this one off. This is the ones that have a purple tint to them. They're really, really cool. I just introduced these caves too here because I'm trying to get them all to get out of these watering spikes. But what sucks is, guys, when I was going to just dump, if there was plecos in there, I was going to just dump them out and whatnot. Well, in one of the caves, 2 plecos popped out and then 3 eggs. So I screwed up. They must have been right in the middle of breeding. So anyway, I'm not going to harass them anymore because I don't want to mess up. But I knew they were getting close, so I do have one pair for sure that is breeding. If you look back there in the back, there's a female that looks like she is just fat. Ain't she pretty? But I've been doing quite a bit of live food, frozen food. That's a big old fat female there too. It looks like she is getting interested in that cave. I bet you that's the one that I kicked out that was already laying, which I'm really mad about. Hopefully she gets in there with that guy and we get some L236 super white babies soon. And then right next to this tank, since we're here, I'll go ahead and show it. This is where I put all my Bristlenose grow outs. The regular albinos, super reds, and long fins. And they've all been breeding pretty actively. But they're all doing great. I'm getting a lot of super reds now, which is awesome. Home in on one. It looks like he's got his colors pretty good there for you guys. Come on, focus. There we go. Where'd he go now? There he is. They're gonna get some pretty coloring. But yeah, I love this line of super reds. They really, really kick out some pretty orangish red color. But I usually like to house anywhere from 50 to 100 in this 40. We do water changes every 2 to 3 days on this, so they don't have to worry about that. Here's another trick I do with Bristlenose especially, is I usually will put some kind of a floater plant that either guppy grass or hornwort or something. And that really helps keep the water in good shape. And wood's mandatory. You got to have some wood in the tank with these guys. Matter of fact, I probably need to get that lifted up off the ground again. And there's another one of my wife's caves. She's got all the different colors starting to come in. Now, if you guys are interested in any of Danny's caves, hit us up at DaniKen.Aquatics@gmail.com and we'll get you hooked up. We have large for $10, mediums for $8, and smalls for $7. And Danny makes them a little longer than most caves. These are shorter. These are the smaller ones. But she makes sure to put a good extra inch or 2 in the back of the cave to give the babies lots of places to hang out for a while. And we have already had several of our species of plecos breed in them already. So they are working. But yeah, this is just our little grow out tank. I just use this for basically all the extras. Anyway, guys, we'll be back in a minute. Show you the next round. All right, guys, and we're back. Figured I'd show you this real quick. This is my original colony of super reds. They're down to about, I think it's 2 males and 1 female. They're getting really, really old, but I'm letting them live out their days in here. They're not quite as vibrant red as the ones I have now, so that's the reason I'm keeping them separated. But at least wanted to show you that one. And then we'll go around to the other side and show you the one I really came in here for. This is my colony of L82s. Now they just got their new caves put in today, and they're just loving them. These are large caves my wife does. She did these ones in the brown with the gray, which I really dig it. But the L82s are loving it. But as you can see, they all hang out in there. There's one there. I'm not going to disturb these guys as much. It figures I don't have any really hanging out for this video. There's one there. And then there's one hanging out underneath the sponge over here. But these guys are doing really well. I am going to be putting them in a 75 gallon here pretty quick. Anyway, again, there's some more of my wife's beautiful caves. Anyway, we'll buzz out again. Okay, guys. Wanted to bring you out here. Now this is just a bunch of fish that this is a 150 gallon community tank. But at the bottom here, which these guys will be getting moved as well, I have my nice little colony of leopard frogs, which they are so cool. Now I also have two more in the bathroom tank, which I'll be pulling those out along with these guys because they are two beautiful males I have in there. But we are going to get these guys, they're at the age now where I should be able to start getting some breeding activity out of them. Ain't they pretty? And again, some more Danny caves. Do you have your Danny cave yet? Is the question of the day. But these are stunners. There's about 8 or 9 of them in here at the moment. So we will be, like I said, not breaking this tank down, but I will be collecting all the leopard frog fish plecos out of here. Oh, there's one hanging out there. We'll get a close-up of him. Stunners, aren't they? Now these guys get quite a bit more yellow in them. As you can tell, I like the stripy plecos, are kind of my fave. So yeah, that is the leopard frogs. This one, this is like his favorite spot. He hangs there quite a bit, just hangs out, looks out at us, like, what's up, yo? You can see the yellows a little bit more in him. So the only thing is, when I do my videos, I try not to disturb them too much. Don't like to stress them out. Occasionally I'll be able to get you some footage of them. Like that one over there, just chilling. But yeah, these guys are really cool as well. Anyway, guys. Okay, guys, and we're back. So I had to move upstairs. So this is our breeding colony of Bristlenose. They're basically long, thin, albino bristlenose. And our fish have such amazing finnage. They are just awesome. And they have been very prolific. I'm very lucky every time we have a brew. As you can see, we just got another brew. I just transferred a bunch of them downstairs. And I've got another batch that's already almost as fast as I get rid of the batch, another batch shows up. But these guys are itsy bitsies right now. But we make sure that we have plenty of caves for everyone. Like I said, these guys have awesome fins. And believe it or not, or even some of the rare species of pleco we keep, these guys by far are our biggest sellers. These and the super reds. I don't think I can take too many to a swap anymore. I mean, it's like last time I think I had 70 bags of them and they all sold. There's nothing better than babies. So that's that. That's just a regular 55-gallon. I've tried to make sure on these Bristlenose that I give them at least this platform as far as the breeding setup, so that way if they have multiple babies, because I like the babies to stay in this tank until they get about an inch. Then I move them to the... Oh, shoot. This one's fanning again. Look at guys. So he must have himself a little brew stashed up in there. Anyway, so we let them get to about an inch and then we move them over into the grow out tank. And down below here is our colony of just regular albinos. And these guys produce massive amounts. These are one of the tanks that are due for their water change today. But again, we have lots of wood and whatnot in here for them. The babies are doing great. Then on all the Bristlenose in my 397 tanks, they get green beans in their diet at least twice a week. And there, as you can see, is some more designs of Danny's. She has so many signs. There's some more there. I forgot to show you that one. So, I mean, if you're wanting cool caves that won't break your bank, that are going to last you forever and aquarium safe and actually look good in your tank, go ahead and acquire to me and Danny at DaniKen.Aquatics at gmail.com and we'll get you set up. But like I said, it's $10 for large, $8 for medium, and $7 for the smalls. The smalls are made for like the L46s. That there's probably a small. It's getting on the small side. And that's what the mediums look like. I don't think I have any large up in this room. Well, that one's getting up in the large right there. It's a huge opening. But anyway, guys. So there is that. And then here, this is our breeding group of L333 king tigers. And we've got tons of babies in here as well. This tank's in desperate need. I just did this tank 3 days ago and look at it already. But these are probably the worst as far as pigginess. And we got what's left of our colony of green swords. I do have a bunch of them in the discus tank. This is a line we're going to be moving out. So if you'd like to keep a ginormous swordfish, these get quite large. Going to look about like that by the time they're done. We also are moving these out. You can acquire again at DaniKen.Aquatics at gmail.com. We got a bunch of live bears we're moving out. Danny and I are still on our quest. We are at, I think we're down to right at 80 now. So we've already made some progress. We still got to get down to, we want to get down to about 50. So we are moving out some of our lines of live bears, which kills me because I love them all. So if you're into endlers or guppies or what have you, you might look through my videos, go through our shorts, and you'll be able to do see what I still have available. Just about all of those are up for grabs. The only lines I know I'm keeping are the Schubel Greens and the Hawaiian Blue Moscows. And then I'll probably keep my three rarer line of endlers, which are the Stack, Santa Maria, and Ginga Rubas. But all those are always available through us as well. And then these are, my wife got a little psychedelic on these ones. She put some kind of cool teal green blotches throughout. She's just been playing, seeing what works and what not. And we test them in our stuff here. God, I'm not seeing all my babies that are usually in here, so we're going to take a look. And my curiosity's got me. Yeah, there they all are. Got a bunch of babies hanging out under here. That one's almost to adulthood now. That happens though when you breed. Some just are sneaky enough and stay away good enough. Aren't they pretty? And we've almost always got these available as well. But the 333s are one of my favorites as far as the plecos go. These and the 236 super whites are probably... And then, of course, my L82s. I love those. Now, going over here, this tank, and we are in massive getting these guys out of here now. These are our Ultims, but inside this Ultim tank, I've got a bunch of L236 RB line. Now, these guys have bred twice in here already, and unfortunately, between that piglet and all these piglets, my babies are nowhere to be found. They've ate them up. So me and Danny have got a 40 already set up downstairs for these guys. We are going to be moving. Basically, this entire tank's getting cleaned out. This is going to probably become either the L82 or one of my other Pleco lines new tank. This tank is getting moved out of here. We're going to be moving in a 125-gallon tall for these guys. So then my super white, or excuse me, my RB lines are going to get a tank of their own downstairs. And then I have about 8 or so stir-by Cory in this tank. And it never fails, man. I'm doing a video, and of course, nobody wants to be seen at the moment. There's one just kind of chilling right there. But the RB lines have the most stunning, stunning colors on them. He's just kind of chilling up there. And he got some cool coloring. So anyway, guys, that's the tour. Of the RB lines. Anyway, we'll see you here in a minute. And we're back, guys. Now this is my A quality super red colony. I just did a bunch of culling from in here. Well, I didn't cull, but I moved a bunch of babies into that 45 grow out tank. Still a few in here, but I'll just leave them be. Now there is a fresh batch in here again. I've been noticing, yeah, there's one there. That's why I've been trying to get some of the babies out of here so it doesn't crash. But again, this tank I put a lot more of the guppy grass. Like I said, I just started doing this recently, and I've noticed it's really made a difference in water quality. It's really does its job and sucks all the impurities out of the water. We do the water changes quite frequent on these Pleco tanks, especially the ones that are actively breeding. But I have noticed since I started doing this, it's really helped. And that was just a tiny clump like you saw in the grow out tank when I started. I'm going to actually have to break this down some more. But this stuff works great for the Plecos. Now it only works if you're doing just sponge filter for... I've tried doing it in the super white tank, but with that canister filter on there, it doesn't work as good. And I think this guy's fanning some right now as we speak. Again, in another type of my wife's caves, she mixes up the colors good too. She gets different colors going on. You guys kind of get to see them all as I go through these fish room. Ooh, there's a larger baby that I should... Those guys are actually available for sale now, I would bet. That's about the size I generally like to move them out at. Both of these sizes actually would work. That one's actually getting large. If that's a female, she might actually end up sticking around. But as you can see, that's all we do here. Nothing special. And these guys have been spitting out quite a few babies. I have hundreds and hundreds of these guys now. Then moving right along, I'll take you down here. Now these, I've got to get these guys out of there. I've got some banded, these are banded gudgeons that I put in at a very small fry, and they've grown up now. There's another fish that I have available right now. If you've always wanted to keep a cool gudgeon, I have these available. I have several to choose from, or several sizes, I should say. But I am going to start moving these out. And as you can see, there's some more different styles of her caves. Beautiful thing about Daniken caves, they are one of a kind. So every one you get, there's not going to be another one like it anywhere. So to show these guys off, I'm probably going to end up having to get my hands up in there a little bit so you guys can see them. There they are. These are the L397s. There we go. Aren't they pretty? We got these compliments of Miss Maria Z. She's the one that hooked us up with them. We love them. There's one that's out that I can get a good shot of while he's... Oh, there's another one on the thing there. But I want to get a shot of him while he's out, because you don't get a shot of them on the sand very often. But aren't those cool? Oh, come on. Focus on that, please. Camera's doing some weird stuff, so I can't seem to get it to do what I want it to do. There we go. But that is our beautiful 397s. Now, I just introduced these caves to them this morning, and as you can see, they're already starting to hop in them, which is good. Such a cool pleco. And then in here, guys, I have our L397s. Then we've got other, all I'm showing you today, I mean, I've got probably 10 or 15 types of plecos in this house at the moment. But as far as breeding, we're only breeding a few here. Uh-oh. I'm not seeing them today. So that tells me they're hanging out in one of these caves, so I'm probably not going to mess with them. Let's see here. Hang in there. Usually they hang right out by this filter here, but they're not there. Oh, there he is. There's my little guys. Ain't they cool? These were given to me by my good friend John. These are the L46 zebra plecos. Absolute stunning little fish. They're just itty bitty babies. Can't wait for them to grow out. And we got to keep this water really, really warm. It's about 86 degrees. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you a quick run through. I could show you one more that I like that's hanging out over in this room that should be close. If he's out, I'll show it to you because they're always been one of my faves. Well, we're not going to get lucky today. Anyway, there he is. The yell. This is a royal pleco. Let me get this off so you guys can see him. He's getting quite large. I've got the regular, and then I've also got the watermelon version. I don't think we'll even attempt to breed these. I don't think there's as big a market for them because of their size, but still a very cool looking pleco. Look at the coloring on him. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this. We'll keep trying to make you some more videos as we progress. As always, love your fish. It's going to be Kenny E. Check it out for now. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching.